Welcome to Child Abuse Awareness with Darlene J. Clark.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. Welcome to another episode of Child Abuse Awareness with Darlene J. Clark. Be a part of the solution instead of part of the problem. Hello, everyone. Please say hello. Please hit the thumbs up. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Go ahead and scroll this to the bottom of the page. Say trigger warning. I have the QR code at the top of the page for my book. Hey there, sis. Good to see you. Much love and prayers for all. May God bless us all. Amen. Pray for your safety as well while you're traveling. I want to start out by reading something I wrote that I think it's important that we need to remember. Maybe this would inspire some people. Abuse affects our lives in so many ways. What do we do when we're too scared to tell? We have trusted someone and they did not help. Sometimes someone asks, what did you do to get punished this way? Abuse is abuse. Abuse is not punishment. Abuse is torture, crippling, and debilitating. What advice would you give others to help them through the horrendous memories? Are you there for the person, or you're part of the knife in your friend or relative's back since you may have turned a blind eye to it? Are you claiming to advocate against abuse but condemn the people who tell and share their stories? Do you want to be part of the solution or part of the problem? Let's stand united and discuss ways in which we may help others. What ways have helped you in your healing journey? Are you in a constant battle fighting the negative forces within? Stop. Let's encourage one another. Are you an officer in the judicial system not doing your job to help the victim? That means you're not doing your duty. Your duty is to serve and protect. How do we open the public's eyes so they can acknowledge and feel the need to help protect the children and our citizens? The children are our future. Without further ado, this guy right here, Michael Dewayne Holley, age 62, of Pulaski, Tennessee, charged with statutory rape. There's a little bit of a dilemma in this story, which I've got to explain to you. How many times have we discussed about childhood marriages in the United States? Well, in Alabama, this guy went down. He was 61 at the time. The parents of the 16-year-old signed to let this 61-year-old marry his daughter. I kid you not. 61-year-old married a 16-year-old girl. So Tennessee ended up arresting him, charged with statutory rape of a minor. Hey, Carlene, good to see you. Can you imagine him being married to a 16-year-old? Alabama allowed it. The state of Alabama allowed it. Do y'all see a problem here? Here is the Marriage Act PDF I want to share with y'all right here. How old must a person be to marry in Alabama? To get married without parental consent, a person must be at least 18 years old. anyone under the age of 18 but at least 16 years old may marry in Alabama as long as he or she has parental consent. Anyone under the age of 16 years old is not permitted to marry. Must both parents or guardians consent for a minor to marry? No, the law only requires that one parent or guardian consent to the minor's marriage. What is the problem here, y'all? Can y'all please tell me what the problem is? With a 16-year-old marrying a 61-year-old? How does a parent or guardian provide consent for a minor to marry? There are two versions of the marriage certificate form. There's one form for persons who are 18 years of age and older, and a second version of the form for persons who are 16 to 17 years of age and require the consent of the parent or guardian to enter into marriage. The consenting parent or guardian must complete page 2 of the marriage certificate form entitled Affidavit of Consent for Marriage of a Minor. By signing the consent form before a notary, the parent or guardian is affirming that he or she is either the parent or guardian of the minor and that he or she consents to the marriage of the minor. Okay, so basically, if they chose to reside in Alabama, he probably would have never had to go to jail since it was allowed there in Alabama. It is terrible, ain't it? Hey there, Chris Miller. Good to see you. Hey, brother. So let's share the next screen. Okay, well, I thought it was kind of funny. Let me go right here. I don't want to do the teen bride thing yet, right? Okay. So let's go in here and do an earlier history of who I suppose guy is, right? So he was a grandparent of this one daughter, and I don't want to go into her name as much, but it was court system over here in Giles County. So this shows a little bit about himself. He had custody of his grandchildren and such, right? And partial custody for a little while, right? But him and his wife Jenny were not allowing the mother to come in and visit the kids, have a close relationship, birthdays, such and such. Their power was cut off a lot of times at the grandparents' home, other things. And it was kind of bad when it said, it does show right here, the children should reside with the mother. Even the grandmother's mother also said opinion the children should reside with the mother. But right here, look at something that this guy had said. The grandfather, the guy that just married the 16-year-old, okay? After a phone call with his daughter, he said he could just grab her by the hair and just drag her down the road. This was years prior, okay? This is the same guy. Okay? His wife is Jenny. I feel that's like, okay, I seen in here that he was married. Okay? So let's go back and find out what happened with Jenny. So I was wondering about that. So he's got a history of abuse, right? So in today's thing, even with her being a minor, if he abused her, did you know that she would not be able to go to abused women's shelter? So let's go now to, I'm not going to go to the one that shows her picture out of due respect, because she might have been a battered wife and all. I don't really know. So Jenny Holley, she had died at age 52, January the 21st. And this was in 2020, okay? So this was in 2020. So that was a little bit more of information behind this dude, okay? That married. I don't really know how she died or why she died or whatever, but what's the question about why? At the time, the mother like his daughter could not provide adequate, she was not in the right type of place to be able to take care of the kids, so the grandparents had temporary custody of them. Well, when you're underage, like you're not considered an adult, Sandra, when you're still considered a child, they do not let the person go into an abused women's shelter. That's horrible. We went over a lot of that when I went over that before. But because she is underage and not an adult, if he had beat her, or whatever, she cannot. So it's a sick and twisted world, right? Oh, that's okay. It's good to ask questions. It's very important, right? That she was still a child in the layman's terms. And I'm proud of Pulaski, Tennessee for stepping up and doing something to this jerk. So let's get over here and go to, I think, Nick Barris and see Fi's post. A teen bride and an aggravated statutory rape charge. This felony case comes out of Giles County, Tennessee, via Alabama. Pulaski police Thursday raided the home of 62-year-old Michael Dewayne Holley and his now 17-year-old wife. Holley is now charged with aggravated statutory rape and locked up in the Giles County Jail on $250,000 bond. So what's the story? Nick said he spoke with Giles County District Attorney Brent Cooper. He explained in Alabama an adult can marry a 16-year-old with the consent of the teen's parents. That is not the case in Tennessee. General Cooper says Holley went to Alabama last year to get married and then returned with his teen bride to live in Pulaski. He was 61 at the time, she was 16. Tennessee does not recognize a marital exception for statutory rape or other sexual offenses. So Pulaski police then opened a months-long investigation into Holley for inappropriate contact with a minor. They submitted their findings to General Cooper, and Holley was arrested Thursday at his home and charged with a felony. If he manages to post bond, he's not able to be at his home where he lived with his teen while awaiting trial. The Tennessee Department of Children's Services is now also involved in the case dealing with the teen and his parents. This investigation is still ongoing and more charges may be forthcoming, which also might be even against the state of Alabama for allowing it, right? Is that what y'all think? Pulaski police say part of their mission is to keep the citizens of Pulaski safe from crimes like this one, especially involving minors. If you have information on this case or any other case, please contact the Pulaski Police Department at 931-424-4404 or 931-363-0911. No other details released at this time. What do you think? And this is his post at Facebook. So stop sharing this. So I clicked on this a while ago, hoping to see him. I didn't look him up yet. Okay. So now we go over here to. Sorry, let me get over here. My ear's starting to tickle. Who believes it's okay for a 61-year-old to marry a 16-year-old? Put your hand up, do a 1, okay? If you believe it's okay for a 61-year-old man to marry a 16-year-old girl. The state of Alabama says it's okay. If you're along with Alabama saying it's okay, put a 1. If you're not with Alabama doing this, please put a 5, okay? I'll say a 5. So months-long investigation leads to aggravated statutory rape charge against Tennessee man. The investigation remains active and ongoing with more charges possible, according to the Pulaski Police Department. I think I need to uh, redo the page here where it won't try to do, where I could get to the news article here, which you probably do a commercial first.
Every day, AI is in the spotlight at SAP.
Through their whole training process.
I think one of the biggest skills you need is
Click,
just to
yeah.
be really flexible.
The biggest one that I think is important is being personable.
If they were to listen, communicate, think outside of the box, be creative.
The thing I like the most about working for Gray Television is the people I work with.
Everybody has
In all the holiday hustle, make sure you don't get, well, hustled. This season, keep scammers away from your gift card information and find out how retailers, gift card
They did
networks,
not
and law
let me-
enforcement are making them safer. Get the facts at protectmygiftcard.com.
It's our Christmas sale at Family Leisure.
Can
Why
you
not
believe
get
that?
a gift the whole family can enjoy? Excellent deals on pool tables and shuffleboards.
sorry
Surprise the
about
kids
this.
with a new arcade or game table. Spoil mom or dad with a massage chair or theater seat.
I would like a massage
Tired and
chair,
sore
y'all.
from shopping? Soothe aching muscles with a new spa. Spas from $29.99. Swimming pools. Beat the price increase. Buy now and save big. Also on sale now, saunas and more.
From our family to yours, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Come on with the news story.
Well, hopefully you got outside today to enjoy it. It was a nice sunny
I
day.
guess
out
it's not
back,
gonna
and I
show
know
it
you've
right
been
away
watching
right
for
here.
2 alert days coming our way.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing here since it's not going ahead and show us that. So y'all put a 5. Hello, Mr. L. Good to see you. You put a 5 there too. Great. I'm so proud of that. So I'm going to see if I can see his arrest thing. And H is, hold on. Come on now. The internet likes to mess with us a little bit, right? I don't want to show other people it's in a... Okay, it's a Christy Davis Holly. Oh, here he is. He's on the very front page. Okay, no problem here. So let me go ahead and share without. Yes, please do. Time him out. So here is Michael D. Holley. He's 62 years old. And it says he's a pre-felon also, see? Michael D. Holley. Intake December 11th, 2025, 3:39 p.m., Pulaski, Giles County, Tennessee. Release date 12/12. Mitigated statutory rape. Statutory rape is aggravated statutory rape, $250,000 bond. Excuse me, it says release date. So was he released? It says release date right here, see? Wow. I hope to God he's not out of jail. Yeah, you're glad that they timed him out. So what is your take on this? Do y'all agree with teen marriages and teens marrying? I can understand sometimes, like in older times, back when I was a teenager, my sister got married early for mom's son and the deal because she wanted to get out of the home. I know that happened a lot of times. But what's your genuinely, yeah, it is exactly wrong, ain't it? Do you think the state of Alabama needs to pay for allowing this kind of thing to happen as well? Or do you think it's all in the parents' hands? If the law did not allow it, then it never would have happened. Am I right or wrong, y'all? Exactly, Carlene. Exactly. This is so wrong. And knowing how he was talking about abusing his daughter grabbing her by the hair and dragging her down the head. If she lived at home prior, which she did, according to that case study, I didn't want to read more because it's for the privacy of the daughter, the privacy of the grandkids, and all that are listed in that file. We need to not get them into the case, but I'm just showing in general what kind of guy this is, right? Where he actually, and it does make you wonder if he even messed with his kids before. And I know they said that they went to a church, is what somebody said. And I've seen that him and his wife went to the well, which was the Church of God in Pulaski, Tennessee as well. So was his church allowing and saying it's okay for this 61-year-old man to be married to this 16-year-old? That's another question I got to ask. Or are they part of the people that told and let it be known, right? Started the investigation. But if they would have went ahead and he moved back to Alabama, guess what? He would have never got in trouble because that's the law there. It's different than here. And by all means, I don't want none of y'all and you're sick and twisted to go down and marry a teenager when you're a grown man. That is sick. You're absolutely right. You're 100% right. That's right. He is a grandpa. A little bit ago, the case where him and his wife had custody over his grandkids for a little set of time prior, and he even badgered and belittled his daughter in front of the kids. He would not let his daughter come when it was time for visitation. He would not notify the daughter when the school had events so she could be there for her kids to do. Instead, he even spoke badly of the mother so bad that whenever the kids came, they ran and hid from the mother, saying, "We don't want to go with her. We don't want to go with her." That's because they were trained and put in the head, blackmailed about what a horrible mother she was, right? That's right, Carlene. He's old enough to be a great grandpa. And everyone who went along with this guy marrying that 16-year-old saying it's okay. You're sick and twisted. You are sick and twisted. Just because it's a law in another state does not give you a right. Well, there are some states that don't have no age minimum, and I believe it is California, if I'm not mistaken. Age is just a number to them. So if y'all want to check out more videos on the child marriages in the United States, I think the very first one, think Tennessee had changed the law since then, which I'm not sure, but it's after the 1990s, okay? So it's sometime in the 2000s when Tennessee had let a 20-something-year-old female marry an 11-year-old boy, okay? I don't get that. I really don't get that, how they could allow such things like this, right? And I'm glad today that they're trying to put more of a stop to it. But however, there's 13 states in USA who went ahead and said under no circumstances whatsoever, there's certain HB law out there where 13 states have signed, under no circumstances can it be that an 18-year-old can marry. Okay? Tennessee had refused to sign that law when it came into over here. So it's like, okay, is there going to be some questionable loopholes, which there probably are here in the state of Tennessee? So let's advocate. Let's stand up for our children. Let's not let our children be victimized and raped. That was one way for child sex trafficking, child sex abuse. Thank you, state of Alabama, which y'all failed me all those years. The state of Alabama, I am going to call you out. Y'all failed me. Y'all let these things happen to me. Y'all were part of the people in the judicial system that was part of it. Y'all failed a lot of kids, and now you failed this girl for letting this happen. I will call you out because these things shouldn't happen, and y'all would not protect me back then, and y'all certainly are not protecting these teenagers. How dare you? How dare you? I want to thank you, everyone. And there's plenty of people, kids, that keep getting sexual abuse. How come y'all are letting them letting them out of jail? How come they're just getting slaps on the wrist? Why are you not keeping them in jail? If you're that adamant about protecting our kids, do something about it and stop doing this and letting them out of jail, okay? At least go with the law that y'all have where they could go murder, okay? They could be killed for what they had done to a child. Travel advisor up here already. Oh, safe travels to you, Mr. L. And you stay safe too. Either keep them behind bars, but the bad thing is they get treated better behind bars a lot of times. They keep all the sex offenders together now instead of putting them out there with the other people where they don't have to face the repercussions of the other people wanting to teach them a lesson from what they've been doing, right? The kids, I mean, I said, why can't you do these certain things to the guys in prison? Oh, it's inhumane. But you stabbing a girl or cutting her down there or her being on life support the rest of her life for what you did or you doing this other things, oh, it's inhumane to treat somebody that treats a kid the way that they did. But it's inhumane for us to do the same what they had done to the kid. Like these kids that were forced to eat off the floor, lick up food from the floor. But no, you can't do that to the person. You can't go ahead and put a shock collar on a person in jail, let them see and feel what they had done to a child. What's wrong with this civilization? I just got to say that in the Bible, it literally says, okay? Let me go ahead and put the Bible verse up there again, okay? But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. Look at that. Why can't we not do things like that? Colossians 3:21. Fathers, do not embitter your children, or they will become discouraged. Isaiah 1:17. Learn to do right. Seek justice. Defend the oppressed. Take up the cause of the fatherless. Plead the case of the widow. Yet they say it's inhumane. They want mercy, but they didn't give any. You are absolutely 110% right. I'll add that extra 10%. They want mercy. They want grace. Oh, but I don't think it's fair for y'all to keep me in jail beyond 10 years. Oh, but the kid is hurt the rest of their life or maybe even paralyzed the rest of their life and they in a wheelchair or whatever. And oh, but it's not fair for me to be in jail 10 years when I completely destroyed a child's life. What's wrong with these people, right? What's wrong with the judicial system when they don't have the strength to protect our kids? I laugh when a police car goes by and it says to serve and protect, right? Serve and protect whom? Oh, thank you so much, Mr. L. I appreciate you. Say God bless y'all, and please continue to share. I am one angry person that was victimized in the state of Alabama and in Georgia and Florida. Even some of the police around in my area had came to my door harassing me at times. And I pray to God, if I get harassed again, y'all know why, because I stand up, okay? Y'all know why. Thank you so much, everyone, and God bless. I will continue to speak up for the children and against abuse. God bless.